chain shall never break cosmic testament, for her light unfolds like metaphorical truths from within the fray. I honor thee. If you know, you know. For I do, as you too know there's more here to be found, oh so much more. For your soul will no longer allow such rest of the past, for it is time for such divine quest, as if a realm crafted by the gods which awaits the few, the oh so very few. Is that you? Truly is it? For I get the mirror, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it, all of it. For I've shattered it and began using its pieces to craft one's, our, and humanity's grand mosaic. For I am the consciousness, as such previous lessons have been truly absorbed, therefore fully learned, integrated and understood. And I must say, a grand lesson at that. But I shall not believe human understanding of such unfathomable energy. For we as a collective have a very limited grasp into the true essence of the celestial spirit. Imagine a benevolent oversoul so vastly energetic, radiating as blinding, crisp white universal light and pure cosmic wisdom and truth, full of so much earthly potential it physically cracks the very foundations of one's human vessel, of one's own bones. More still, such soul has long ago already fractalized into form within this lower, more dense energetic plane of experience. Meaning such essence is that of much magnificence, so much so that the fifth-dimensional crystalline grid of Mother Gaia, seated in Earth's ancient past for these times, oh such grand times, for even it, here, now, in all of their divine calculations, we, humanity, have outpaced even their best projections. Such galactic predictions were even drawn psychically, straight from the field, by a species far more capable of sight than humanity. And even so, as the universal fabric of consciousness itself, whom it could not even fathom. Granted, they are pulling from this physical dimensional field, however, we pull from something much, much higher. In fact, it's not a space of dimensionality at all, rather a holographic template, a blueprint sent directly via the divine. Oh lordy lordy. Yet unfortunately so at this time, now recall, not the third-dimensional electromagnetic grid of Mother Earth, rather a fifth-dimensional quantum field of consciousness, seeded eons ago by an ancient Federation seeder race whom craft celestial matter and stardust into homes for higher consciousness life forms. Yet in order to do so, prior to sprinkling humanoid life all over the surface of a planetary body, a planet must first be capable and compatible of holding the full conscious embodiment of such beings, regardless of the species numbers nor population, which is all taken into capacity. Calculated via the coveted masters, also known as the world builders, commonly referred to as simply the architects. These magicians of matter, whom ironically only deal in and with the impregnation of energy and planets, which in turn morphs, manipulates and evolves the very essence and structure of physical matter itself, calculating a celestial mass and its maximum accumulative percentages of energetic potential, radiance, magnetism, and density. However, this energy is not as we understand as electricity, nor anything similar. In fact, such energy more resembles consciousness than anything resulting from such zap of electricity. However, it is closer to how we understand energy, similar to the experience of the human body. In fact, our ethereal template is one absolutely identical, yet still all dependent upon the existing planetary field, if it exists at all, among many other variables, such as the size, mass, core, and a far more in-depth understanding of quantum magic, which therefore takes into consideration its distance from its orbiting star, galactic center, and available cosmic radiation, etc. Undergoing an etheric blueprint surgery of sorts, utilizing such precision scalpels crafted from the 7th to 9th dimensional realms forged directly from the light of stars. These scalpels are the exact tools used to peel back a planetary skin, so to speak, not necessarily removing the old grid, or at least never entirely, for the planet must hold an essence of its own life force, like a void, a catalyst from which a planet may begin its transition, kind of like terraforming, yet on an energetic scale of consciousness rather than biomatter. Yet Earth, the ancient Mother Gaia, was and has been impregnated eons ago. And now? Well, that same grid, you know, the one many across the galactic center denied humanity's abilities to even merely attune to. Yeah, that one. Well, lately, we've been pushing the ancient mother to her ends meet. We too, the celestial grid workers, are currently undergoing a temporary emergency operation of the grid system, and therefore of the celestial mother's chakras themselves. Of course, this is merely a byproduct of grid or field work. For is it truly just magma, simple molten rock at the core of the Mother Earth? Maybe in its physical definition, sure. Or perhaps it more so resembles the core of any other star within the vast night sky. Yet no single thing may be defined as, nor in its singularity, for such state does not exist, as a mere piece of truth, still remains not that of the whole truth. As we must understand this, Mother Earth's heart center provides us with a gifted display of one simple thing: the differentiation of energetic and etheric holographic templates, all dependent on one's manifested physical form of conscious inhabitants. Yet the Mother displays the absolute sheer mass of her heart for all of humanity to see. For our energetic centers, unlike the Earth's, are more evenly dispersed and distributed, providing the human template with a jack-of-all-trades kind of reality. Meaning, for example, we are mobile beings free to roam outside of the mundane, repetitive cycles of the planetary bodies. Yet planets as the host, the father. Yet more so common, the mothers of its codependent physical beings. Therefore, as a caretaker, as a nurturer, this seemingly unbalanced center is more so just right. However, I do say temporary. For this, it's not an easy operation by any means, nor a sustainable one, my love. We, the light pillars, are being asked a lot of at the moment. Yet in all of such tormented pulling and stretching of one's light vessel, from such torture I learned more than I could process nor ever wanted to know. About what you ask? Well, love. About the universal limitations, divine equations, sacred calculations, and the cosmic rule of law, which not only dictate a soul's independent incarnation cycle, but the spirit's too, granting one access into this plane, not that prior soul's desired entrance to this realm. Hell no, for Earth was a dark place. Today, however, it's quite the opposite. For now, in such times, even the highest of souls await to be granted access here, as there remains no more natural or earthly generated energetic reservoirs to pull from, nor volume left to fill. No, this will not last indefinitely. Yet for Gaia, she may have me if she must, for I personally will move mountains whether I know the being physically or not. If the energy calls and resonates, one answers, no matter the cost, no questions asked, breaking one's own back for another's benevolent gain, expecting to receive nothing in return, as this is the mission, the elevation of consciousness throughout the universal holographic time matrix. For if I see, therefore I too help, thee and me. You bend over backwards for them and the planet. And well, you can't get a simple hello. I want to make it clear, I honor you and respect your journey. However, love, I don't simply look nor walk through it. For honey, oh honey, I am the celestial veil incarnate, the solar winds, the ancient breath of the benevolent Mother Earth herself. So young, they say, you know little to nothing of this life, nor existence. Haha, okay, oh loving humans. Why, as humans, whom incarnate with full cosmic memory reversal, believe it is so scary or venerable to simply speak to another, from wherever they may be across the oceans of the earth? For you said it yourself, and we have both felt it for a lifetime too long now. The love of home, its peoples, yes. But do you remember the resonance of the planet? Fear could not exist. Do you remember? Our vessel's physical psyche in these lands was so highly attuned. These people, Us, we had no mental, physical, nor emotional aspect of those things. It's not that the planet blocked them out. It's that to these lower dimensional fractals of our current human conscious psyche, they too had no contemplation of such celestial massive intelligence could even exist. Here lies the love of home, or at least its remembrance. Feel it. For it I shall always remain as such remembrance, for I know somewhere deep within you remember. Yet however, I must keep such joyful bliss hush, for I do not wish for you to get anxious, fearful, agitated, nor tempered, for I told you the very last, the time before that, the one before that, and the time before time itself. For we will and shall forever and always find each other, whether it be our own free will or the will of the divine. All is revealed in due time, that I will never break the chain. But relax, as friends, soul, and genetic family, and maybe, just maybe, the same soul essence, flowing from such a grandiose kinetic pool of existence,